Hello everybody. This is just a simple unboxing of the Weekend Warrior kit that I put together for basically all the most common sprinkler tools that I use, and I wound up buying a whole bunch of new ones off of Amazon so that I could find a source where I didn't have to go pick them up, and maybe give you guys some insights as to where to find some, and you know, where to get the same kind of tools that I'm using. So this is, even though I'm calling this an unboxing, it came in several boxes. So the items themselves, I haven't actually opened most of them. Literally, some of them already came, you know, pretty much opened. I mean, that's pretty simple. It's literally just in a bag. But these are the as close to identical tools to the same tools that I've been using on a daily basis throughout the last 25-30 years of irrigation work as an irrigation technician. So without further ado, let's get started. Here is one of my favorite tools to use for cutting pipe. It's actually a serrated wood blade, but yet this works really good for cutting in close quarters when you're having to cut PVC in a situation where you don't have a whole lot of space. Sorry, I'm going to grab. I didn't take any time to be able to get the stuff together, but let's say that you're in really close quarters up against a fitting like that, and your hole is really small. This can get literally right up against that PVC, and then you can just work it out. Sorry to shake the camera. Should have been a little more cautious. Anyway, and it cuts through very, very niftily. I mean, I can't do it on camera real well to show you the full thing, but it gets it extremely close. And as you can see how fine the shavings are, you wind up with really no debris to be concerned about inside the pipe. So it is one of my favorite handy tools that I use on a daily basis, especially for repairs. Maybe not so much for installation, because if I'm doing installation, I will use a different set of cutters, which they're in here somewhere if I can find them. Maybe move on to those. Oh, maybe we'll just find them. I don't see them in here. They've got to be in here. Oh, there they are. I think so. Yep, right there. Now, these are Orbit. I'm not trying to sell specific stuff for Orbit itself, but I've been really happy with these, and they're very inexpensive cutters. I can just replace them instead of replacing the blades, because unfortunately when you get the expensive ones that you replace the blades, a lot of times the hinging gets loose and you start getting a cut that's not 100% true. So these, I mean, other than you have to pull them apart, which is something I don't care for. The thing is we'll show that same piece of pipe. It can't get right up to it because with this little notch here, it literally, the closest you can get is about 1/4 inch with that. Otherwise, you put a lot of stress on it and you can crack the pipe. But let's go right where it can go at that 1/4 inch mark, and they just ratchet down and give you a nice straight cut all the way through. And what's nice about the fact that these are replaceable is that edge stays very true when you don't have basically the pivot point getting worn out on them, because you're replacing them. Maybe, you know, if you're using them constantly, maybe a yearly basis. The ones that I have in my bag right now are probably 2 years old. So yeah, I mean, you're not replacing them like daily. It's something that is maybe if you're working in the field, it's maybe a yearly replacement. If you're really doing a ton of work, maybe it's a monthly replacement, but they're very inexpensive. Again, I will show links for all of these so that you can see all the components. There's also a bag. I'm gonna start putting the stuff away in a bag. I bought a bag that would be it's very close to the same size that I use for everything. This will also have a link as well, so that all the tools can fit in one location and still have parts or space for components. It's a 14-inch bag, so it can actually fit full-size pipe wrenches. Well, I shouldn't say full-size. There are bigger ones than that, but the ones that you would normally use for, say, a residential job, the 14-inch pipe wrench is about the largest you go, which is probably what this guy is. Actually, let's open this so we can have something to cut with. You're always going to need a some kind of a if I can even think of the word, some kind of a not X-Acto knife, but razor blade to be able to open things and to cut things, and sometimes to even work with your funny pipe and to be able to cut some of the fittings out if you're in a really tight spot and you need to reuse the fitting or whatever. This is one of those situations where you would use these, and I think this one came with blades. I hope so. Never used it before, so there we are. Yep, there's blades. So we can use this to open the rest of the stuff. There we go. And then what's nice about these ones is their blade replacement. It's just a little button right here, and you slide it down in and let go. Maybe, oh, I have it retracted, not pushed out. So carefully slide it back in, and you feel it lock into place, and then it's in place, and you can retract it. So let's go ahead and see if this is. Gotta find the spot to cut it open. Okay, there we are. And sure enough, this is the 14-inch pipe wrench. I don't use pipe wrenches constantly, but there was a lot of time with galvanized or brass that you'll need a pipe wrench, or sometimes two. I typically only have one with me all the time and another one sitting in my truck in case I get in a bind. But I got the 14-inch one so that it will fit nifty inside the bag. Okay, and let's just keep going. There's quite a few things here to look at. Now this isn't the brand I've been using for years, but it's the exact same design. And these are really, really nice for cutting anything, including, so like you've got your drip tubing, literally, you can take it off at really, really small pieces if you have to. You can cut through it really well. Another thing it will do as well, and I haven't even tried these ones on it because I just barely opened it, but I've been using them for years for it, is it cuts right through your funny pipe, and it makes it real easy to, you don't really have to carry any other set of, they have like the really thin tubing cutters. Sorry, I had pneumonia recently. That's why my throat's gargly. Excuse me again. A lot of people will use the razor blade to cut it, but it actually takes quite a bit of force, and it's okay, other than you're typically cutting towards you, because if you cut away, then it winds up being crooked a lot of the times. And so I've taken to using these just because they work so well, and I can actually get them down inside of a hole and snip it off, even though it takes a little bit of pressure to be able to do it. But I can snip it off even if I can just barely get the tip to it, and then I can work with a fitting down into it. It's been a really good thing to have. I actually used it. I never thought I would use a pair of scissors or shears like this, and it also has a nice cool locking feature so you don't cut yourself. But I wound up getting them as a gift and threw in my sprinkler bag thinking, oh, I'll use it to cut open banding, but I found myself using it pretty much every single day. So one thing you're gonna have to have, I know they're annoying to use, but a garden shovel, or I actually use a garden shovel, and I typically use like a masonry trowel as well. But the most common that I'm using is so you can remove the material or the debris or dirt inside of a sprinkler box. This is a must-have when you're trying to actually do work in the field. You have to have one of them. Gloves. These are by far the best gloves that I have ever used in the field for irrigation, and it's because the grip that they have and the breathability and the fit, they are fantastic. You can find some less expensive ones, that these ones, I can't remember what they were, like $5 a pair or something like that, but they don't, in my opinion, they don't hold a candle to these, because I've been using these now for about 15 years, and I replace them typically once per job. I'll buy a set per job when I'm talking about like an installation, or once a week I'll replace my gloves. And that's because they do wear down, but they give you the feel as if you're not wearing any gloves, almost like you're wearing a latex pair of gloves, but yet they have that protection of this thick coating on them. And honestly, they're the NiTex P200s. They are by far my favorite glove for irrigation. That's all of this. All of this is in that Weekend Warrior kit. If you wind up buying the kit itself, or buying the parts individually, anyway. I again will have all the links below. Now these are just your standard hunter and Rainbird tools made by a secondary manufacturer. And the reason I bought these was simply because you could get all three of them in one spot, one case, ready to go. They're also yellow, a lot brighter, easier to see in your bag. So while they're really no different than the tools that you get from Rainbird or Hunter, they're actually fairly cheap. Of course, the ones you get from Rainbird and Hunter are too, because they're made to be disposable. But I was really happy to try these, even though I haven't tried them yet in the field. I was really happy to try them just because it makes them so much more visible inside the bag. If you're looking down inside the bag, I mean, it's obvious it stands out down there when you have a darker piece like the Rainbird, which is a dark green. And sometimes it blends into the bottom of the bag. So I thought I would give these a shot. This is the MP rotator, the adjustment tool for the MP rotator. This right here is the piece that adjusts the throw, and then this part right here is the part that adjusts the arc for it. And then for the Hunter sprinkler rotors, it's just the adjustment tool to be able to handle the rotors. Okay, on we go. We're getting to the bottom. These are, like I say, it's not a full list of all the tools I carry with me, but they're the ones I use daily. And these are ones that I thought it'd be nice for everybody to have a link to be able to find them, because since they are so commonly used. This, obviously, Rainbird, this I believe is a patented tool from them. I haven't seen anybody else that makes them, so I'm assuming that that's what that they've got a patent on it. So let's show you. Okay, this is a pretty long pop-up, but anyway, what this is for is when you get your pop-up popped up. Oh, I'm like, why isn't it working? It's not adjusted yet, that's why. Let's adjust that back out. All right, so you literally pop it down on there, and then you can work on the pop-up while it's in the ground, because this is obviously this is sitting in the ground, and you're trying to do your work on it. A lot of times you hang on to this and you let go, and oh crap, it popped down inside. How am I gonna get that out when it doesn't have the tip on the end? You know, the whole point of having this tool is to have something hold it in place, so that you don't have to worry about that popping down in there and having to deal with the frustration of getting it out. Again, now they're back in the bag. All right, here's a big one. This tool, this multi-tool, and this isn't the exact one that I use, because they carry them at all sprinkler locations. You can pick them up at pretty much anywhere. I like the fact that this is Craftsman. Even though Craftsman is not as big of a name as it used to be, I've always been a really big fan of Craftsman, because their tools were always super high quality, and they always had a replacement deal. I don't know if they still do, but they always had a replacement deal. If you broke it, you could get it replaced. Of course, I don't know as if I've ever really broken a Craftsman tool, so been super happy with that. So when I saw it was Craftsman, I thought, oh, what the heck, I will spring the extra couple of dollars and get a Craftsman versus the one that you typically find. Now, the thing's nice about this is this multi-tool does quite a few, not just your Phillips heads, but it also does, I don't remember if that's 8mm and 10 millimeter. I can't remember what the sizes are. It's a real common size, and they actually one of these fits the top nuts on one of the sprinkler valves that I use on a regular basis. And this side as well is both the small and the large flathead size. So I mean, when they say multi-tool, it's not like the catch-all multi-tool to do everything, but it does take care of a lot of different things that in one tool that can. I typically have it sitting in my back pocket the whole time I'm on a job because I'm constantly pulling this out. Okay, again, Craftsman. This is a good set of I mean, not a super expensive set, but a good set of electrical cutters, or just a basically an electrical wire stripper, or it does do cutting and it also does crimping, which you don't really use for irrigation, but you're constantly having to cut, and you want to be real careful not to be able to nick your wire as you're cutting it. So getting the right size, one that's accurate, is actually really nice. And I use this a lot as well for cutting tubing. I don't know where my tubing went, I lost it. But you can, this little piece in here will actually cut tubing. So when you have it on you, a lot of times I wind up just using this as the tool because it happens to be there if I don't have the scissors. I mean, I typically try to carry everything with me, but not everything stays, because I'm really good at setting things down where I shouldn't. And so I've used this a lot, and I've never had them wear out from using them for that purpose. So again, just one more thing that I use on a daily basis, whether it be for electrical or it be for cutting tubing for doing drip line. Okay, and last but not least, I would say it's the most commonly used tool in my bag, because you're constantly needing wrenches for something. This is just the double set. In the past I've done all different sizes for commercial work. I get the ones that go clear up to like 4.5 inches or 5.5 inches. I can't remember what they are. They're truly massive. But these for home work, or for doing work at home, they're the perfect size, because as you can see, here is a 1-inch fitting, and opened way open is actually larger than the size that you need for the largest pipe you'll find at typical residential stuff. So this is basically, this set is the home size instead of the commercial size, where you can actually do pretty much everything with just these 2 wrenches. I'm using these, like I say, whenever I'm doing valve assembly. This is my go-to. I will not always have Craftsman, but like I say, I happen to find Craftsman, and that's the reason I went with them, because I've always had really good luck with them. So that pretty much sums up all the tools. And as you can see, there's still a lot of room left in there for components, or even more tools if you have to. But this set itself now is ready to go for me for the spring, and I will be able to have something that I can pick up and go. Literally have everything that I need at the palm of my hand. So like and subscribe, check out the links, see if you like any of them, give them a try. Thank you.